Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby.
Oh,
Search.
I am Toby. Woof. Open. Come on, Toby. So, I almost thought it was leading to the sun. Sniff. Good job, Toby.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found. This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes, a tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle. Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Let's see what different buildings we have left. Director's office. Safe. Oh. Oh no. Uh-huh. Yes. We'll look around first, then we'll try to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to do that.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
New plant species. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley. The one retains complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the craft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Hmm? My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. Oh. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you're no longer in need of my support. You're quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. While I give you back your freedom, I wish you nothing but good luck. Okay, okay.
a photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Okay, how does one open this thing? Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Do you think I can remember this now? Scary. Scary. Shit. One, two, three, four. Ah. Huh? I thought it was 4. Because it's 2, 2. Then it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5. Apparently we skip 4. There I go. Let me examine. Mr. Don, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. Sisters? You do not have the any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You're hiding behind lies. The lie we need to not elaborate. It was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. That you have done is quite abhorrent. We're very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so on the Divine Syndicate. Sisters. Are they talking about actual humans? Because where is the information on the Divine Syndicate? Huh. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I'm paying you to defend me, not accuse me. Kew Gardens is the royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect, yes, the vice saver complex, we all know about it. The duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish upon them for dubious purpose. The divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants, though they're calling plant species. Remember the case of June 14, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permission on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. Documents were sent to you on Monday. See you in your boodles on Tuesdays always.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Okay. Dab on Miss Margaret to Miss. Ooh, rental of suite of rooms, Oxford Street. An occasional scholarship at London University. Credits open at Hamilton. Renting a house, Taylor Center Bar, and Sons Luxury Jeweler. He kept track. He was like, yeah, I will pay for your shit. Will you provide me with other favors?
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
But I will also keep track on everything I pay for. So when you decide to move on to a younger person...
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Champagne and French wine. Bin. Let's talk.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Asshole.
Are you able to elaborate on
Told
that?
you.
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity
Was.
on Albert.
Is such a nice lady.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Jealous, Harvey. But also, might be not jealous, but completely right.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell
I?
us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire.
Oh.
He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life.
Oh.
He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say
Doubt
that.
it.
They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But
Indeed.
why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Don't get
Evidently.
angsty.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Let's go talk to the sun.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
A bit like Ella Noir? Yes. But also I think the big thing about this game is that you pretty much have to decide who the murderer is rather than you find out who it is, you know. You get all the evidence. I'll show in a minute when we get to the deduction part. You get all the evidence, but there are apparently multiple ways you can arrange it to point in multiple directions. So there are multiple conclusions to each case based on what things you find, how you arrange them, what do you believe yourself. And I'm not quite sure if you actually get told which answer is the right one.
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert. A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
We haven't found the voice thingy, have we?
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's office.
We haven't found another voice recording thingy. I don't really have an idea which one I like for a murder.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Is it pretty?
Thank you, miss.
search archives and perform analysis. So let's go back home. Let's go back home and see what we can figure out. Miss the letters. Dear Mr. Holmes, I finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness. Breakinstall. On the terrible day, I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time, I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me and who I loved in return. His name we both know. He is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live, even if we cannot be together. In the end, none of this would have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. Yours sincerely, Mary Barkinstall. That's from the previous case. Okay, let's search the archives. '89. Scandal and Divine Syndicate. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the god King Trevon, is shaded on the 48 Gareth Street, Arlington Road. Why do we get these addresses and they're not letting us go there yet? Protectors of plants and more particularly trees are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. Leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which has given its all to defense of protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party.
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague
So
Dunn.
We are going to visit this time around.
Let us determine
I kinda
just
hate
what
this
we
part.
have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
As I can never figure out
This
what to
is the
do.
bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Sample. Test tube. No, I have not played Carmen Sandiego games. I don't think so.
A colorless, water-based liquid. Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that?
Yes.
Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound.
It's so dumb.
Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens. Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. I need to take a pipette and make several drops of the reagent.
That.
I need to take a pipette.
I'm trying. kind of hard to aim. Yeah? Dude. Don't drink it again, please.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
To the Divine Syndicate we go.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is
Ooh.
remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
It is beautiful. Let's go disturb the Tai Chi guy. Seimasen. Guru. Guru.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturb
Hello, Yoda.
is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome,
Definitely
you
Yoda.
are. To introduce myself, I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
Oh no.
The Green Grand
The
Mystic
disrespect.
himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
I can't. This is so bad. This is so bad. Ah. Ah. Yes, the dragon tattoo, of course. Fingertip calluses. Will we find out that he is a mafia? Chinese mafia. Chemical practices.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration
I'm
and
face
meditation.
palming.
You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom
Excuse me.
and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Are your hearts ready to spermatifize, my friends?
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation. Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access
Why is
to
Green
your
Grand
temple.
Mystic, not Grand Green
What
Mystic?
is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Our God King's name is Treewan, Green Grand
Treewan.
Mystic.
Oh la, good, I like you. Here is the holy key.
And just
to
like
the
that, he
wisdom
gives us the
place.
holy key.
Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
Taste the
But
fertilizer.
of course.
Raw
Taste
sap, it is called.
the
It is
fertilizer.
near the entrance.
Just near the end.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
I am. My gas. What's this? Flabbers are gasted. My flabbers are gasted, and I cannot express how uncomfortable this whole concept is making me. The implementation, the portrayal. Drug stable.
That should be the raw
Cocaine!
sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
I should not probably say cocaine on YouTube, right? Should I? Do not taste it.
It is rather delicious
Oh.
and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Rather delicious. Crap.
Osmosis and photosynthesis.
He is high as kite. Whoa. Whoa. He is looking creepy.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Okay. Oh my god.
Seek fluid intake.
Don't remove this. There. Okay. Hi, Teeny. I made it somehow. This was not easy. Cocaine, anyone?
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
Indeed.
A vast amount of opium.
This is like a drug house of all drug houses.
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
The puzzles are puzzling. Indeed. And
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens.
very interesting. One of them must be a member then. Yuki. I'm pretty sure those are Japanese. Don't you think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. The kanji are Chinese.
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
All of them. Apparently we took all the caterpillars. Insect stealing. Oh, the stolen plants.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
It is of interest because it's one of the stolen plants.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Are you dumb? Look at the names. Wait, maybe it's not the same. I mean, not exactly stolen plants, but I think they are.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
No? Do they just look the same?
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
No.
These three plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition.
Finally.
I shall take them.
Apparently we're just taking them. Just because they're identical. The do not touch sign. Is also identical. Which is interesting. I think they're gonna give us a choice between, do they think this Chinese aspiring cocaine addicts killed him, or do we think his co-worker killed him, or do we think his son killed him, or do we think the girl killed him?
The list of plant friends and benefactors.
Oh.
Lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
Do we know anyone on there? Sherbrooke, Mackenzie, Stapleton, Spencer, Lieutenant Colonel, Second Costume Guard, Lee, wife of Sir Beckenham, Jewelry Royal Halls, Stop Alton, Halkett Police Commissioner. Oh. There might be an earthquake. Oh. 1 second, I'm gonna check. Apparently. Why is the... I need to usually mute when there is an earthquake because sometimes all phones will start yelling. Where is the epicenter though? Even when it's like super far away from me, sometimes phones start yelling, so I had to be careful. Oh, I see. Then magnitude 5.5. That's fine. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have here with our... After murder, the killers may be those who stole exotic plants, including the species from the last exhibition, Key Gardens. They might be. Miss White and Miss Red had a recent disagreement. One time, Dunn was planning to release Miss White from position Key Gardens. So far, a lot of separate ideas. Double code from chemical laboratory and caterpillars and perform. Okay. Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Don, who had taken the credit for all of their work. Hamish wishes to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that would not be possible with Dune still alive.
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
A lot of evidence pointing to
A
these
fragment
guys.
of a flower pot. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Oh.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
Interesting. Exchange pots. Would you like to explain yourself, sir?
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy they are.
Uh-huh.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy they are.
Nevertheless,
Same
we have
thing.
seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search?
Yeah.
Sacrilege.
No, really
am a
now.
detective.
There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Yes, that's what I
Dump is
said.
better.
He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his greenfly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I
I
just
beg
took
your
them
pardon.
from
And
your-
yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
Oh, defense against all but deadly plants. Defense against all plants. Is there anything else to find here, though? I do not know. Okay, let's do the most
I
complicated
imagine
part.
that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could
It's
be done.
moving.
I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask. No reaction. My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack. My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
Terrifying.
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
Can I put this thing down now? Um. Excuse me. Slightly dumb.
This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillars.
I see.
This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillars. I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Terrifying.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
What else can we do, though?
A carnivorous plant. A prickly plant. This is a strange and unusual plant.
What are we doing here?
This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillars.
Oh.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
Indeed.
The plants
Well,
would be
that's
capable
complicated.
of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Okay. Let's investigate Kew Gardens one more time. The connecting evidence is fun. I do like it. I think it was also very fun in the newest game. It also does lock you in a certain path, I think. If you just mindlessly connect the...
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
It was
Thank you,
late
Mr.
that
Hamish.
morning.
We shall continue our investigation.
He was late, but why was he late? And also... who do we like for a murderer here?
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of a Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh, my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Is it Hamish? Or is he covering for her? I think Son does not have the balls. Excuse me, my French. He was crying around. He gave up and decided to stick with what his father told him to do.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well,
as
he
usual.
came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory.
Oh.
It is number 320.
There it is. I was waiting for this.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
But I need to go to the laboratory. Oh, fine, we can do it first and then we can go to the laboratory.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
There's always Paula sponsoring the killing. Kinda, but also you do need some balls to murder another human being. And not there it is.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Indeed. I think I'm leaning closer to the deputy director.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Isn't it sus? Where is the ventilation system? How does one activate the ventilation system? Do I need to follow it outside? Not this one, apparently. Someone would have to be quite far away to activate the ventilation system, don't they?
The power is on. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
Well, this is... a long-range attack. There's the Watson. Also, before we go there, no, the door.
Here it is. Cylinder records.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
But how do you know it was recorded when she says it was recorded? English architecture. So I didn't go.
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Oh. Ooh. Not only have to turn it on, I have to activate all the fans correctly. But it's its automatic system. Task list full arbor done. Sweep out the farmhouse, tidy the workshop with large gas, scrub toilets, wash the gloves and overalls, clean the storage set. Note: you're only allowed to read the newspaper during your lunch break.
A task list for Albert, compiled by Martin Hamish. Sweep out the palm house, scrub the toilets, clean the storage shed tools.
He is standing still because he is observing the result of caterpillars falling from the ventilation. We told him to stand still there. But indeed...
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one. We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
And this was Hamish's desk.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Suffering
Perfect.
for the...
Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Albert had a motor to kill his father, Montague Dunn. Okay. Advancing it left the plants and Kew Gardens north of Merrimatin Town. I think this one. Personally. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate deadly plants in the colonial collection room. As a biologist, he would have understood technically how to do this. Hamish is guilty. Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal divine syndicate plants, stimulate them from workplace directly after he had locked Monty down inside the colonial collection room. Does this make sense, though? To be honest, I spaced out a little bit when they were talking about the times. Who came where? When? I think he makes the most sense. But I also don't think he did it alone. And judging from his attitude towards the son, I don't think the son helped him. I think she helped him. The white helped him. In the end. Let's see, I don't know if this is correct conclusion, but we'll lock this in as my conclusion.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
You're weird. Okay, where are you? Where is he? Stuff from Lestrade.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to
I
arrest
knew
him.
it. What
Very
did you
good.
know?
I shall wait to hear from you.
What did you know? I don't think the game actually tells you if you made the right choice or not. Yeah, I don't think it tells you. But I think we did get some kind of hint in the end. Or achievement, at least. I don't know.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
No.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Dead?
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
No, fuck that. Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Don't deserve to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so here and now. Farewell.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Is it? What did I miss? I don't remember anything about the club foot. Knowledge misfired acquired in universe might not be enough to guarantee correct action. I don't know. But Hamish was unable to run due to the trouble. Oh, because she said... No, wait. She said that... No. She said that Dunn dude run around. Therefore, we should find out he was sufficient time to look down calendar. Okay. He did have an accomplice, didn't he? Discuss with Lester the possible impact of new clues found on body. Okay. Lestrade.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct.
No.
Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Oh.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Let us analyze the facts and statements so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Martin Hamish, Monday Dunn went to meet Albert in Seed House at around 9:30. It was around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish, Martin Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his expansion and entered the dry tropics room. Hamish returned to Seed House. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40, when she saw Hamish and Albert in the Waterley greenhouse and joined them there. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he observed the Mantington was unwell, which was at around 10:30. Albert was in the seat house the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning as visiting Miss White 10 minutes past 10.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
If you say it like that.
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Good night, Teeny. Ascertain. We shall ascertain. White had time. Why is White at 20 minutes? It would have been enough to drop Montague Dunn. Move, please. When Hamish must identify the accomplice, it's likely White would have an opportunity. That was easy. Move. Albert is not. Martin Hamish, Albert are not accomplices. It's unlike Albert would have opportunity 10 minutes would have not been enough. White is an accomplice. Margaret White and Martin Hamish accomplice in killing Mountain Dunn. Her professional ambition and personal station have been damaged by breakup with Dunn. Miss White is a dangerous woman capable of carrying out elaborate murder for monetary gain. She flirted with Dunn's son, Albert, and later pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide. She deserves the rope. Miss White is a desperate woman in doubt, resigned to consorting with wealthy gentlemen. When Dunn cast her aside, she killed him in desperation. Hamish tried to save her. She deserves a second chance. I'll be honest, it's not as clear to me as it used to in previous ones. Usually, Usually. I feel quite clearly who is guilty, who is not. You know what? She's not getting off easy this time. Two murders. Where are you going?
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
Elementary, Watson.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining: the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Where are you?
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell
Stop
me,
flirting.
as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop! I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Not the
Don't come any closer.
Quick time events then. Again.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
No! I was not quick enough! Shit.
This is
I hate the
tragic,
quick
Holmes.
reaction things.
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been
Shit.
fulgurating. Her heart stopped instantly, poor child.
Fuck you, game. I can't aim that. No, we will try to aim again. Can't alter forever on PlayStation. Okay, so we connect this again. Yes. And then we condemn her. We're gonna try to stop her a couple of times. They don't even tell you what you need to press. It's just like one circle, second
But
circle.
Holmes, How can you
What
be
the hell?
certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish,
Very... What?
No.
All right.
Mr.
So, it
Over.
the other side. No, stop! I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
But also, like, if she's getting the death penalty, why do we care if she poisons herself?
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not
before
one step further.
She's hanged.
Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
There you go.
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
Yeah, she was
Miss
not.
White, you have no right to take your own life.
That's kind of stupid if you're gonna kill her anyway.
Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Or worse, probably. Miss White is a dangerous woman capable of carrying out elaborate murder. She realized that she was unable to make any further murder gain from what he'd done. She advanced her affections on Albert, his son. She was the one who locked the door, colonial collection room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars, and then pushed Martin. Hamish to suicide only to cover herself. She got what she deserved. Warning, you're about to finish the case. The file list for this case will be removed. Please know if you would like to start another moral choice. Press yes if you agree with the choice you have made and you're already start new chapter. Yes. Sympathizing personality, apparently. I think we're gonna stop before we reach the the last.
Where are you going?
We're not going anywhere. Yes. Enough of Sherlock Holmes for one day.